Hello and welcome to the classic review series of Hot Dog and Handshake Wrestling Show. I am Shane Price, joined by Jane Ginsweider, and we're dropping it way back to the year 1998. Actually, 2 days after the, I want to say 27th anniversary of the show happening, the Georgia Dome Nitro, the famous. They sold out the Georgia Dome for a TV show, and it kind of sucked.
I'm sure our producer, Chad, loves hearing us call 1998 way back.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that long before I was born. So I know, a little bit longer.
I'm about to say, it was almost to the day 5 years before I was born.
Oh, it was only 3 for me.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so this was WCW Monday Nitro, July 6, 1998. In front of 41,412 people. As you mentioned, it was in the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia. On commentary, we have Tony Schiavone, Mike Today, Bobby Heenan, and Larry Zbyszko. And it runs about 2 hours and 19 minutes. Of course, we are reviewing it for the Goldberg retirement. So this will come out after his last match with Gunther. We're recording it before. We don't know what happens in that match yet, assuming Gunther wins.
Congratulations to Bill Goldberg on losing the title.
Yeah, congratulations, Bill Goldberg, new World Heavyweight Champion. Not going to be said this week. Was said in 1998. So that's why we're doing this. Starts off because I know you usually go right to the matches, but I do want to mention in the opening promo with Hogan.
Well, I have some notes on that stuff. Don't worry.
You have something to talk about? What?
I know some promos now.
The promos down. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Did you write this one down?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So the Hogan and his buddies.
NWO Black and White.
Black and White. You got Bischoff. Because
this is post split. The Wolfpack will show up later.
I mean, you got what? It's him, Bischoff, Brutus Beefcake, and Miss Elizabeth.
Is that who comes out at the beginning? I don't remember.
I
know Beefcake was there.
I think it's who it is. I don't remember. I think it's what it was. But they yell about how they're all cool and shit, and then Karl Malone is mentioned, I guess, and then.
I just want to mention that Eric Bischoff is holding Hogan's mic for him like the little bitch he is.
Go figure.
Just something I wanted to throw out there about Eric Bischoff. And then we can get into the first match if you want, unless you have anything else that happened before the first match. I don't remember if anything else did.
I don't, because it's pretty much just the Hogan promo.
Yeah, he kind of teases an opponent for Goldberg later in the night that Goldberg will have to beat for the U.S. title before Goldberg can wrestle Hogan for the world title at the end of the night, which I think is, I guess, sort of a fun concept. Lets the Georgia Dome crowd go crazy for Goldberg twice in one night. But then we could get into the first match if you're ready.
First match, WCW TV champion Booker T versus Dean Malenko for the title.
Yeah.
Should have been a better match, but Jericho interfered, and
solid for what it was, but it didn't get enough time and had a bad finish. That's kind of my thoughts on this match. Jericho's interference. I know they're building a storyline here. This is regular TV. You're more likely to see that than on pay-per-views, but I still don't like it. I give it 2 3/4. What do you got?
I gave it 2.5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay opener, but it really didn't go anywhere. As you said, it was started early. So 2 stars. So after that match, is Goldberg doing Goldberg shit?
Yeah. You can imagine.
So we need Goldberg things. Karl Malone's there, cutting a promo.
Crook bloke alert. Not a guy you want to see. Again, weekly, not looking at Handshake. Separate the art from the artist.
We went a little bit without doing it. We went a little bit without saying that, though. But now it's back.
Didn't we? We only went 2 weeks because we had Benoit 2 weeks ago. I had to say it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but still, last week we didn't have
Last week we didn't. You kept your AJW medley crook bloke free. Unless Super Porky's done some stuff we don't know about.
But Rodman's not here tonight, which sucks for me. I wanted to see chaotic Rodman. But never mind that.
I don't know. He was probably like fighting a guy in the wilderness. Like you never know what Rodman was doing.
He was in Georgia, the country.
Yeah.
He got it
He got confused. He was in the country of Georgia as an international diplomat for some reason. Actually.
Our next match is Canyon and Raven. Raven has Lodi on his little buddy.
Yeah. Who better than Canyon?
Isaac, who better? Another short match.
Yeah, nothing match with a bad finish. 2. Yeah, I gave it 1.5. I did not enjoy this.
That's
whatever.
Fair. That's fair. We go to a limousine outside of this match, and it's fucking Judy Bagwell and Buff Bagwell.
Yes, is this the debut of Judy Bagwell?
I believe so.
This is the WCW debut of Judy Bagwell.
Can you believe people watch this shit every week? I wish Joko was here. I could pick his brain on why he watched this every Monday.
This does end up being a pretty kind of cool moment with Buff Bagwell later in the night. I will give it that. Well, we can talk about that when we get there, or if you want to, we can talk about it now. But like, Buff Bagwell had recently had a neck injury, but unfortunately, this is the spawn point that gets us to the Judy Bagwell on a forklift match. What was it? Yeah.
Yep. Wait for that medley.
Yeah, wait for the Thunder 2000 medley.
That'd be a lot of Terry Funk. Actually, it might be only Terry Funk.
The Terry Funk Thunder 2000 greatest hits.
That's the type of shit you expect from us.
So yeah, there is that. Yeah.
We get another Karl Malone promo with DDP, and then Steve Michaels here too. He talks about Chicago. And Mike Ditka's there?
Yes, which means
Athlete Club. Mike Ditka.
Mike motherfucking Ditka.
Da Bears.
Ditka. Sausage.
Eat some Italian beef with your hot dogs.
Yeah.
Can you say hot dogs like
the greatest coach of all time?
Can you say hot dogs like I say hot dogs?
Hot dogs? Is that what you're saying?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. I'm getting there. I'm leaning more New Jersey, I think. I'm leaning more New Jersey. My accent work. My accents could use some work. Where the hell did I put the Athlete Club on the spreadsheet?
Somewhere.
I'll find it. Go ahead and keep going.
Next match, Scott Putski versus Riggs.
Oh, here it is. Okay, Mike Ditka joins Jalen Hurts from Noah Navigate for Evolution, Rafael Palmeiro from the AAA March and April of '95 episode, Justin Verlander and Curtis Granderson from WrestleMania 23, Jason Williams, White Chocolate from TNA Final Resolution 2009, and Paul McGuire from WrestleMania 7. And now Mike Ditka from the Georgia Dome Nitro.
So I did a little bit of research, and this next match would have gone head to head the opening of Raw the same week.
Okay. So Nitro started an hour earlier?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was the next match? So I'm not on my
Scott Putski versus Scotty Riggs.
You're fucking kidding me.
Nope.
As I was watching this, I didn't look at the time on there on Peacock because like commercials and stuff throws it off. I would have sworn Jericho Ultimo Dragon was top of the hour.
Not
Riggs in Putski.
Not to make Raw wasn't much better. I just looked it up.
What was Raw?
Brawl for All.
Raw's Brawl for All.
Yep.
That's way better. That's way more interesting.
Okay. Yeah, but it's not even one of the good ones. It's Brockus versus Savio Vega.
I don't give a shit. That's way funnier than this.
It is. Yes, good point. But the very opening,
like Riggs and Putski wasn't even like interesting in a bad way. It was just a mid match.
The first wrestler you see at the same time this match, Steve Austin.
Oh yeah, because it would have opened with
the promo.
With a promo. Yeah.
Steve fucking Austin or Scott Putski or in Riggs.
Do you think they knew they would be beat by Austin, so they put something up different against Austin, and then put Jericho Ultimo for people when they switch at the commercial break after Austin?
I guess.
God, it would have been really fun to live through the time and try to dissect the strategy.
I know.
If only we were podcasting in
'98.
'98.
There's a guy on YouTube who watches both Raw and Nitro every week, and does it like that.
Every week. Does he watch them at the same time, like double screen it? That's awesome.
He'll review it both at the same time.
and then a third smaller screen with ECW Hardcore TV on it that he just looks at every once in a while.
After.
I know, but it'd just be funny for
It
the
would be,
review
yeah.
series.
Like, I remember as a kid, that channel, we don't get the channel anymore, but apparently the channel it was on was the Korean channel in Chicago, which rules.
Hardcore TV was on the Korean channel?
Yeah, KBS.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
At least in Chicago it was.
All right, back to Riggs and Putski. Pretty much, yeah.
Do we have to?
It was a whatever match.
Can we end it?
I gave it 2 1/4. Like, it was just kind of boring.
I gave it a quarter, an hour, and a star and 3/4.
A star and 3/4? Okay.
Yes. That is it. Now it's officially hour number 2. They do the pyro shit. They do every fucking hour.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite one of these is when, because I don't really ever do Nitro again. Probably not.
What?
If we ever do Nitro again, we are.
Yeah, we do have a Nitro
Oh,
coming up
right.
for
But
because the anniversary of Nitros this year.
My favorite one is when it's like a Dean Malenko match in the ring, and they cut to I think hour 3 of Nitro, and in the middle of the match, the pyro for hour 3 goes off.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
It's fine.
Mhm.
It's fine. Black and White's here. Scott Hall is here.
Oh yeah. Hey yo.
Hey yo, I'm gonna beat Goldberg, man. Speaking of a better match than the last one,
As I mentioned, it's Jericho and Ultimo Dragon
Jericho Ultimate Dragon, which
for the Cruiserweight title.
which probably was the actual head-to-head against Raw.
Oh, okay.
But what I've read is that last match was.
Oh, okay.
So, a lot better than the last match.
Mm-hmm.
Way better than the last match.
Not really. For me, I don't think it was way better. It's better on paper,
Yeah.
but it was a solid match with a run-in from Dean Malenko. It wasn't really much of a match. It was kind of just an angle.
Yeah, but getting
to advance the Jericho
Dean
Dean Malenko
Malenko,
story.
Chris Jericho, also in the ring is a lot better to me than
Yeah, if it was a
Putski and
triple
Riggs.
threat match on a pay-per-view, yeah. But this was kind of nothing.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
I
think
had,
this
I had
gets
a good time.
This also got 2 1/4 for me, rating because it was lower than expectation.
I gave it 2, which
Okay.
I know it's
So that's not way better though. Like
well,
you kind of over exaggerate.
to
how
me. The 1-star scale
Mm-hmm.
that what jump from 1 to 3/4 to 2 is a lot
Is a big
bigger
jump?
than you
Okay.
think. Yeah,
That's fair, I guess.
because an average match, right? Like a 2 stars, like a below average, right?
Yeah.
1 3/4 is pretty shit. But like it's getting there's the positives, but it's still pretty bad.
Okay. I think that's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
And then we get Johnny Swinger versus Chavo Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting sick and tired of us explaining these matches for longer than it took to them do the actual match.
Mm-hmm.
2-star.
Short but fine. I didn't have any major problems with it. It wasn't nothing offensive. I went 2 3/4, just
It
slightly
was
above
just
average.
like a 2-minute match.
I like Chavo. It was just a fun little match
It
with
was a
Chavo.
2-minute match, so it never really got to the average point.
Mm-hmm.
It was okay. But
Yeah, for what it was, I gave it 2 3/4. Jesus Christ, the next match though.
the next match. Oh yeah, the next match. You can't see what I was doing there. It was the Public Enemy dance.
Yep.
Because a lot of fucking dancing in this match.
Yep.
Magnum Tokyo is here.
Yeah, in the role for those of you who have seen the movie Hot Rod, do you remember? There's a character named Richardson who just shows up and does like this dance. Very Tokyo Magnum
that's all
on
his.
this show.
That's all his. That's all his team is good for. Is doing a stupid dance. His team is the dancing fools of Das Wunderkind, Alex Wright, and Disco Inferno.
Yeah. The Public Enemy were in yellow Braves jerseys, which looked fucking awesome. I thought those looked really cool. And then, commentary line of the night here comes from, of course, the one and only Bobby Heenan. I had a match with someone from another sport before. She was the toughest female jockey you ever saw. Nothing, just a no sell on Bobby Heenan wrestling a female jockey.
I forgot about that actually.
God, yeah, hilarious. Yeah. I don't know. This was a nothing match with another DQ finish. The only good part was when Tokyo Magnum gets put through 2 tables.
Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I mean, man, it's just gonna happen.
Yeah, I went with 1.5 stars.
Did you know it's the longest match of the night so far?
Is it really?
Yeah.
Fuck, of course it was, I guess.
There's the Buff Bagwell, Judy Bagwell promo, how he's, he's good.
Do you have a star rating for Wright and Inferno?
Oh,
Public Enemy?
2.5.
2.5, okay. Whole star ahead of me.
And I am not even fucking kidding you. That was hour 2.
Okay.
Hour 3. The first match in hour 3 is Bill Goldberg versus Scott Hall. Oh my fucking God, Bill Goldberg is over. Period.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about this match. It went 5 minutes, about 6 minutes, and it was a Goldberg match.
Yeah.
3 stars.
Solid match, 3 stars. That's what I wrote also. So yeah, definitely. It was like I said, this match was only on here to get 2 Goldberg pops.
Yeah, literally.
Like that from that crowd, yeah.
A match that to me is a low rating because it should have, would have been something even better if it was anywhere else. Juventud versus Psychosis.
Yeah, I thought it was fun. I would have liked for it to have more time. They didn't. How long did the match go? Do you have the times there?
Like 3.5 minutes.
3.5 minutes. Yeah, would have liked more. Sure, but I had a fun time for those few minutes. I was probably 2 drinks deep at this point, so I gave it 3 stars.
Maybe that's what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I need to get not sober and do these reviews.
Oh, dude, I started this with the my previous philosophy was I need to be sober to take good notes and stuff, but I was the level of notes I'm taking on these, I could probably get a little loose. So for the All Japan Women's Medley, I just started drinking while I was watching it. Incredible time, dude. 2 rum and cokes deep watching Akira Hokuto is a holy experience. So it makes it way better.
I'll keep that in mind.
Especially when we watch fuck ass WCW stuff.
All right. Speaking of fuck ass WCW stuff, Jim Duggan versus fucking Big Show.
It's so funny to me that he's the first Royal Rumble winner. Dude,
I know.
That's how you can tell they didn't have any idea how big of a no matter what they say, they did not have any idea how big of a concept the Royal Rumble was gonna be, because Hacksaw motherfucking Jim Duggan won the first one.
Hey, his theme goes ho, and people love that.
That is true. Probably the most. I mean, we reviewed this July 4th weekend, so probably the most patriotic wrestler on this card.
I would assume
Mount
so.
Rushmore patriotic wrestlers.
Jim Duggan, the Patriot. The other guy was the Patriot, and Doug Furness.
No Kurt Angle. Okay, good.
He
list.
won the gold medal. Good for him. That's not patriotic. That's being a sports hero.
I just mean using patriotism as a character. I agree. The Patriot. I think Kurt Angle's on there, right?
Jim Duggan.
Jim Duggan.
He has
there.
the Old Glory move.
Yeah, Jim Duggan's there. American Alpha as a tag team, maybe? Mystico?
For Mexico?
For Mexico. I'm just thinking for America because it was 4th of July.
Doug Furness. I don't know.
I think American Alpha as a tag team is a good shout. I mean, Hogan was very patriotic, as much as I don't like Hogan and don't want to give him props.
Does his El Grande Americano.
Oh, Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah, Sergeant Slaughter.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know. That'd be an interesting collar and elbow sometime.
I think having both the Patriots on there is funnier.
That is funnier, though. Your original list was funny. Yeah, I'll give you that. This was bad but not terrible. I gave it 2 stars.
1 3/4.
Okay.
Oh, because I forgot. Because the Big Show calls out Kevin Green, the
Yeah.
football player, and he comes out.
But Kevin Green had already goes on to wrestle for WCW?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think he
Not
counts
in
for
the
the
Athlete
Athlete
Club.
Club. Yeah. Absolutely. Only Mike Ditka.
And then the DDP and Jim Neidhart. Fucking okay.
An odd combination. A very hit random in 2K 2 times kind of match.
Also, Karl Malone's still here.
Yeah, Karl Malone's all over the place on this show. He might get more screen time than like anybody, honestly. Carmelo gets so much screen time on. It's like him and Hogan get like the most screen time.
I mean, it was 98.
Yeah, it's 98. He's one of the biggest like sports stars on earth.
Bulls and Jazz final just happened a couple months ago.
Yeah. So I mean, not like probably like less than a month ago.
Was this MVP season 2?
What?
Was this MVP season 2?
Let me look it up. 1998 NBA MVP. No, Michael Jordan won in 98.
Well, then I'll talk about how this was another short-ass match, 2 stars.
I thought it was short, but it was good for what it was. I gave it 2.5. 97 and 99 were his.
Okay.
This was in between his MVP years.
No wonder he was too busy. He was too focused on WCW during the season.
The 1998 NBA Finals, less than a month before this. The June 14th was Game 6 of that, where the Bulls win 4-2, 87-86. Just for those of you who are interested, Michael Jordan 45 points, Tony Kukoc 15, Scottie Pippen had 8. Another 8 from Ron Harper on the Jazz side. Karl Malone 31, Jeff Hornacek 17 points.
Hey.
There you go, 10 from Stockton. Very very low
What
scoring
about
game.
Horace
for
Grant?
time.
What did he get?
Horace Grant did not play in this game.
That's why they fucking lost.
Antoine Carr though 9 points, 3 rebounds.
The goggles.
The goggles, dude. All right. Shockingly, this not the first time I've mentioned Antoine Carr on a podcast before. I used to have a sports podcast with some of my friends in high school. Antoine Carr was frequently mentioned on that show.
Antoine Carr in the Athletes Club.
Nah, he has to appear on the show.
I'll find one, don't worry.
But yeah, I gave 2.5 to DDP. Jim Neidhart.
And then we get Sting and the Wolfpack. Mm-hmm. Sting and Luger, Kevin Nash and K-Dog versus Kidman and Rude Boy.
No, Kidman and Sick Boy. You said Rude Boy. Sick Boy.
Close enough.
Fat Man and Little Boy. This was a squash, but it was fun. I gave it 2 stars. And I'm probably kind of including the Wolfpack stuff from before as part of it, but I didn't mind. Like I said, I was getting loose, so by this point,
Speaking of loose, the longest match of the night at a whopping 8 minutes, 11 seconds.
Wow.
Hollywood Hulk Hogan brother versus Bill Goldberg, who's at 107-0.
For the WCW title, my main note here, it's crazy that every major promotion in 2025 books like WCW in 1998.
Yeah.
I thought about bringing that up on the podcast episode we recorded before this, but I wanted to save it for this. It's all just NWO now. The House of Torture, the Death Riders, the Bloodline,
Hate, Team 2000X.
Yep. It's all just the NWO, and the NWO was shit, dude.
Yeah.
The NWO is good for at max a year and in change. Like it's.
Thank God that we have one heel faction in the current wrestling world that's not the NWO. Thank God.
Who
Mi Vida Loca from Stardom.
Yeah. No. I'd like to think the Hurt Syndicate will be a little more creative in the ways they do it, but they'll probably also do it.
But they also do it, though.
They also do it, yeah. And the Judgment Day does it all the time on Raw, yeah. The NWO, for me, is good at max until Starrcade 97.
I like the Wolfpack, so I'll say it should have died here. On this Nitro, yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. Actually, what it should have been is on the next pay-per-view, because why are you putting this match on free TV?
To beat Raw?
That is dumb.
To beat Raw.
This is your biggest match ever.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is easily top 3 biggest WCW matches as far as hype, with Sting Hogan and Flair Hogan.
Could you imagine if they made this a pay-per-view in Salt Lake Dome?
Yeah. No. I mean, we'd still be here reviewing it either way. It's a huge moment. But
yeah.
But like I said, it's to beat Raw. What was the main event of that Raw? What was the main event of Raw on July 6th, 98? Do you have Raw up, or do you need me to find it?
Thankfully, not Ken Shamrock versus Mabel, what it almost was. Undertaker, Mankind, Kane.
Yeah, so it was to beat that. It was so people would watch your show instead of watching Undertaker versus Mankind versus
With Stone
Kane.
Cold on commentary. With Stone Cold and Vince on commentary.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, this show. I'm looking at Raw now. D'Lo Brown, Terry Funk, though.
Oh, dude, that about
That's
fucks.
the best 3 minutes,
That probably-
48 seconds of your life right there.
Probably fucks.
Yeah, the main event was a whatever match. It's two guys who were never that great in the ring. Goldberg, much better in-ring peak than Hogan, but still not a high peak.
It's the same thing as the Chigusa Nagayo hair match from the Medley. It's the crowd that that's in this match. You know?
Mm-hmm. So I gave the match 2.5 stars.
I gave it 3.
Because, yeah, this is, I mean, it just kind of encapsulates what wrestling was in 98 and the kind of wrestling that Triple H is trying to book now. This was moment wrestling. This was, somehow, WCW was booking for social media moments before social media, right? This was booked because they wanted all of the kids that went to school on Tuesday morning to talk about, holy shit, the crowd, the moment of Hogan and Goldberg last night, instead of talking about anything from Monday Night Raw, right? They wanted this to be the first topic of conversation on the school buses the next morning, and at workplaces and everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, this is, so this is, I mean, I joked about every heel every heel stable, but like, legitimately, this is what Triple H books for. This is how Triple H thinks wrestling should be booked, and it's interesting, like, to take that lens of it, because as we've talked about many times before, we aren't just reviewing these shows. Like, we're fully accepting that we are reviewing these with the 2025 eye.
Yeah.
Which is why we have to mention when we have to separate the art from the artist, because it's something we know about that can affect how we review it. And it's just really interesting to be watching Raw every week in 2025, as I do, and go back and watch this Nitro and realize that this is just what Triple H wants to do. He wants to be Nitro in Raw from this era, and it just doesn't work in 2025. So I know somehow I twisted this into an anti-WWE rant on this episode of talking about Nitro, trying to celebrate Goldberg, but I don't know. Do you have any thoughts on that and just kind of the social media moment booking of Triple H?
I think you're right. It was what his peak was in the Attitude Era, so it's whatever.
Yeah,
it could be worse. He could be booking it like the his other peak in the Loose Discussion Era, where he does a 20-minute promo every week.
Yeah, but also he could be booking how he booked NXT.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's what hurts me the most, I think, is that era of NXT is so near and dear to my heart, and is probably my favorite era of any wrestling ever, that from around the time the Undisputed Era debuts all the way up until they start calling it 2.0, it was very special to me, and Triple H booked so well during that. So to see him book poorly now really frustrates me, and then to just watch something like this and just kind of see the genesis of why he books that way, I don't know. It really sucks. You want to go into categories, though?
Yeah.
Best moment.
Goldberg ring the belt.
Yeah, probably. Just the excitement of that, I guess. I don't know. I wasn't very high on the show. MVP of the night.
Karl Malone.
So you're giving him a third MVP?
His 98 MVP, yeah.
This is his 98 MVP?
He's the best part of the show because he's done the wrestling. He's doing a good job, and also none of the things he's in suck.
Yeah, that's fair. I'll probably just give it to Goldberg. Oh, actually, you know what? No. Best moment, fucking Tokyo, what's his face, getting put through the two tables.
Yeah.
That is it. Heat check. Best performance in a short amount of time. I'm going to give this to Buff Bagwell. I did really like that segment where he came out and gave like kind of a big speech to the crowd. Really kind of inspiring speech. Almost going babyface, even though wasn't he in the NWO at the time?
He was, but he came from a big neck injury, so everybody's a face.
What?
You kill it from a big injury, you're always a face.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
So, what do you got for heat check?
We'll go Buff Bagwell too.
Who?
Buff Bagwell too.
Buff Bagwell. Okay, yeah. Gear of the night. It's an interesting one. Ultimo Dragon, always a contender
We'll
when
go
he's.
Juventud.
You know Hoovy?
Yeah.
I will go Ultimo Dragon. That'll be my. Actually, no. Public Enemy with the Yellow Braves jerseys. That's Gear of the Night for me.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
That's Gear of the Night. Apex Mountain. Is this the Apex for WCW?
Yeah.
Is it the Apex for Goldberg?
Yeah.
Okay. It's definitely the Apex for Goldberg in my mind. I think WCW peaks earlier, but Apex for Goldberg. Anybody else you want to shout?
No, I think I'm good.
No. Apex for Karl Malone?
No, he was the MVP.
Yes, yeah, his actual MVPs. Surprise of the show for you.
How crappy all the short all the matches were.
Yeah, just kind of the quality of the episode. I really, it's such a glorified episode of Nitro that I really thought we'd get more. You know what I mean? I really thought it would be more interesting top to bottom, like, you know, kind of closer to like what special episodes of like AEW Dynamite are. But I didn't feel that. So I think it was just kind of the surprise of the show was kind of the disappointment of the whole show, I think. Recasting. You want to recast the main event, Hogan Goldberg?
Sure. I mean, to me, it's just Hangman Page versus Jon Moxley.
It's just kind of the all-in main event, which we, as we mentioned, have not seen at this point. I mean, just the generational champion versus kind of the hottest up-and-coming babyface the company's seen in a minute. But Hangman's not really up on his rise the way Goldberg was. Like,
Would
Hangman's been to the top.
Goldberg still on his rise at this point, even as world champion, and he's already gotten 100 matches done.
Yeah, but, like, this is his crowning moment. Hangman's already had his crowning moment.
Yeah.
Once, right? He's already made it to the top. This is Goldberg's ascension to the top. So for me, it's kind of like a Cena. Cena's the Hogan of right now.
Right.
And I think on the ascension, who would be the guy on the ascension on their way up, ready to take the top spot?
What about?
Is it Braun Breaker?
Yeah, let's go Braun Breaker.
It's a good stylistic fit. So this is Cena versus Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Best double feature.
That Raw from this week probably was a hell of a lot better.
Just kind of watch the Raw and the Nitro together to kind of compare.
Yeah.
That's probably the most interesting thing you could do. My recommendation would be just don't watch this.
Yeah.
You can just skip this. You don't got to watch it.
Yeah.
Nothing makes the Wrestling Criterion Collection. I don't even have to ask. Classic Hot Dog, Classic Handshake. Can't pick any of the Goldberg stuff. What do you go with?
Hoovy.
I went Hoovy and Psychosis also. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that was the best match. That 3 stars. That was match of the night. And finally, I guess here, what do you rate it out of 10?
2.
A 2. I went 2.5, so we're pretty much on the same spot. That making it, I think, pretty easily the lowest average number we've ever handed out. Just not a good show. Not worth the watch. And then here you want to, I forgot to get the wheel set up beforehand.
Oh, nice going.
You want to vamp for a second here? About just any other kind of thoughts on Goldberg?
I
as his
like
retirement
Goldberg.
here?
I know Goldberg is a very contentious person in wrestling because he can't really wrestle. And knowing what I like him at wrestling, you think I'd hate him.
Mm-hmm.
But he just scratches an itch, I guess. I don't know. Like I like that stuff a little bit. Like the powerful dude just coming in, wrecking shit and leaving.
Mm-hmm.
It's an art that's been lost, I guess. We haven't really seen a Goldberg style rise since Asuka.
Mm-hmm. I mean, AEW kind of tried it with Jade Cargill, but it
didn't work.
Didn't really take.
Because Jade's worse in the ring. Because Goldberg had the basics down. He had the fundamentals. He didn't have any stamina.
Yeah, absolutely. I've never been big on Goldberg. He's never really. I mean, his return in WWE in the in the 2010s was interesting for me, just as someone who was watching WWE very consistently at the time. And that was, of course, I'd seen a bunch of his stuff on the network before that. He is in one of my favorite matches of all time, that Elimination Chamber that we talked about a couple weeks ago. But he really just like you said, he scratches an itch for you. He never scratched that itch for me. I'm still very respectful of the career. I have a lot of respect for him and everything's done. He's been so popular. He's been so much to so many people. But yeah, I just was never a huge fan. But he's worth celebrating, is what I'm trying to say. He's definitely been a big part of the wrestling landscape for about 30 years. And yeah, so that's kind of where we are. I do have the wheel set up. Are you ready to check this out? Shane is hoping for some Big Japan here. And we land on WWE Extreme Rules 2014. Plus, we will review WLC.
It's kind of disappointing, I'll be real.
Hey, it's one we put on the wheel, so it's what the wheel wants. So that'll be our review next week. Shane, you want to take us out?
And enjoy wrestling, but that you can do. Don't watch this. Enjoy wrestling.
Yeah.